Only a noob would buy a Tacoma with this existing. I'll include a link to the Orem Nissan's website in the description down below. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get right into it. Under the hood is a 3.8 liter V6 that goes through a 9-speed. Power outputs are 310 horsepower, 281 pound-feet of torque, with fuel economy being 16 around town, 20 on the highway. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help me out with that. Got this cool decal there on the hood, and I love this flat gray. Sharp looking daytime running lights. We've got fog lights down below, nostrils here on the grill. You've got the orange Nissan logo, and then we have orange recovery points. Now, I don't care how much Toyota Kool-Aid you have drunk, you got to admit, this thing looks good. Tire and wheel setup is 265 by 70 by 17, and I like this new wheel design. You got the Pro logo on it too. They could do more aggressive tires, but that's also something easy to change yourself. Chunky fender flares here with a little splash guard. We've got the rock rail side steps. Leaf sprung, which is going to be better for durability. This also has a cool blacked out exhaust tip, and then PRO-4X decal. And that will cap things off with the side profile. When it comes to key fob features, we've got our lock and unlock, remote start. You got the Nissan logo, and it's kind of a cool teardrop look. Popping over to the bed, the tailgate itself is dampened, so you kind of just let it go down. We've got an outlet here in the bed. We have LED lights. We also have cargo tie-down points on sliders, so lots of utility. And lifting up the tailgate, it is very light. You've got PRO-4X there on the giant plaque. That will cap things off for the exterior of this Frontier. We got a lot of muscle with this week's giveaway. The first car is a 1964 Corvette Resto Mod with a 500 horsepower small block V8, a 5-speed Tremec manual, and upgraded brakes to give you modern performance. The next is a new Z06 with all of the carbon fiber and the 5.5 liter flat plane crank V8, producing 670 horsepower. On top of that, you do get $60,000 in cash if you win this giveaway to help pay for the taxes. As always, use code BHC or click the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment. This will give you 4X bonus tickets on any donation, $25 or more. Let's now check out the interior. You've got orange stitching with the soft touch all over the door panel. More orange stitching here, and look at the design on the seats. I mean, that is cool looking. Now, like most midsize pickup trucks, it's a little bit tighter here in the back, but I do have some USB ports, an outlet, and the window is manual for the opening. That's something they could change, is do power. Keyless entry for up front. Let's pop in. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. You've got your adjustment for the mirror. You've got more soft touch here on the door panel with the stitching. 1,040 pounds is the payload capacity. And then you've got more of that orange stitching here on the seat. PRO-4X logo, power adjustable with some lumbar support. The front passenger seat's also power adjustable, no lumbar though. Tow mode here to the left of the steering wheel. You also have a button to turn off some of the safety tech, turn on outlet, hill descent control, and then this does have a rear locking differential. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you've got soft touch all around with the orange stitching, orange Nissan logo. You've got practical controls in the front face like your cruise control, volume and voice command controls too. Now mostly analog gauge cluster, but you do have that screen in the center, and I think this is the perfect mix of analog and digital because you can customize what information is displayed there, and it also shows you what's happening with the drive line, but then you have pretty gauges to look at too. 360 camera system. I don't know what the parking sensors are beeping at, but yeah, pretty cool setup. Now for the screen, it's really big. You kind of have, I mean, it shows you some information, but it's a little bit of dead space. The main part of the screen is right here, and it responds relatively quickly. You do have some physical buttons for shortcuts there at the bottom, which again, this is like the perfect mix of analog and digital. Auto stop start if you want to turn that on or off, and then we have our drive line select. This is a part-time four-wheel drive system with a 2-speed transfer case, and then right next to that we've got our climate controls with our heated seats, heated steering wheel, parking sensors, USB port too. Shifter for the 9-speed storage in front, got a little grab handle there, some cup holders, phone charging pad, and then the center console's got quite a bit of space. Nice trim and stitching there, same thing with the dash. Finally, up top we do have a sunroof. This loaded up Frontier, $51,535. Let's see how this performs. Well, let us set off in the Frontier. Man, I have such a soft spot for this truck. You guys know I love the Frontier. I love the Titan, rest in peace, right? Because they don't make the Titan anymore. Which the ironic thing, not funny, but the ironic thing, if Nissan still produced the Titan today, they would actually still sell pretty well. Because there's a lot of people that want that truck now because of how unreliable the new Tundra has been. And you know, the American brands, I mean, Chevy's had a bunch of issues. Ford's pretty good actually for the most part. Ram's had issues too. But yeah, first off, this V6, buttery smooth. The 9-speed helps out with that. It's a match made in heaven. It is truly a match made in heaven. This engine and transmission combo. It's really hard to beat it. And they don't do double pane glass or anything. Actually, they do. Holy crap. I forgot. Yeah, with the Frontier, with the loaded up one, they give you acoustic glass up front. I was gonna say, it's pretty insulated. Yeah, so it really does lend to a more luxe experience with the drive. And these things, I mean, the engine, not just the engine smooth, the suspension's very smooth too. It's just comfortable. Now, it definitely is a little bit more old school, and I think that's the thing that a lot of people kind of harp on with this truck for, but I like that. I like the old school. I like the simplistic. It just makes it feel like more of a, I don't know, more of an experience in a lot of ways, but also, and I haven't seen one of these lights in a while. It's got like a durable feel to it, and like the steering's a little bit heavier because it's hydraulic. People complain about that. From my perspective, I prefer hydraulic steering in a lot of ways. Now, you know, off-road, it can be a little bit, you know, kind of bum, 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 bum. You get used to it, though, very quickly. And on-road, it just feels a little bit heavier. It's not obnoxious at all. And the thing is, this is a part-time four-wheel drive system, and so the on-road manners are not bad at all, because with this truck, the front end is decoupled with the driveline, so you don't have the situation where, like with the full-time four-wheel drive system, the steering can kind of knock back and forth a little bit more. But yeah, with a part-time system, it's not going to be like that. I hope I can get back. I tried to do a different driving route, but every single time I do a different driving route, something like this happens where and I don't think there's an outlet, if I remember right, so this might be, I might need to turn around and go the other way. They're building houses over here, and they got some interesting open space. Okay, so another dead end. So far we're 2 for 2 with dead ends. Oh buddy, we'll see what happens. But, and another dead end. You know what, we're gonna go the other way. I think this is all dead end, so we're just gonna flip around. But let me guys think about the Frontier. I think it's extremely underrated. It's less money than a Tacoma for similar equipment, right? You get more for your money, and you know, Toyota's had reliability issues, and the Tacoma just, I don't know, Toyota ain't what it used to be. This feels like an upgraded version of the previous gen Tacoma, whereas the new Tacoma feels like something different, something new, which some of you might like that. For me though, I kind of like the more old school trucky feel. It's durable, it's reliable. Nissan's got good warranties. So I think that you should at least go and drive a Frontier before you go and buy any of the other midsize pickup trucks, because I think you're doing yourself a disservice by not at least experiencing what this has to offer. Because I think a lot of you, once you experience what this has to offer, you'll be like, you know what? Yeah, the steering isn't super light and everything like the other trucks, and yeah, the suspension's a little bit firmer, but man, I feel like I'm actually driving a truck again, and it'll actually last like trucks used to, because this is built with the old school methods. It's not new school everything, where, you know, durability is kind of like an afterthought in a lot of ways, because they're more focused on making it so it has the most tech. Let me know your thoughts.